everybody's mind with it. I am so excited to be talking to you, Christopher. I know we're just jumping right in. We're coming in hot. We're coming in
Yeah,
hot. Hey, Christopher, how do I say your last name?
Celaya.
Celaya. Okay, I thought so. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so listen, everyone. This is real time information. This is a real time example of the power of social media, of community, of networking, of connecting, of calls, all the things, and why you should not only just be on LinkedIn, why you should not only just be on TikTok, you should be on everywhere because I just met like my spirit animal. I mean, I feel like he's my spirit business twin over here, and except he's totally got the technology on lock. But you all know I love SaaS. I love technology, so I can't be more excited to introduce you all to Christopher Celaya right here in El Paso, Texas. And can you let him know how we met and when we met?
Hey everyone. So my name's Chris. I'm an entrepreneur here in El Paso, Texas. I'm usually on online social media, like decentralized social media, but I wanted to get more hands-on interaction with like people in my local community. So I jumped on Facebook, looked up entrepreneurs, went through like 50 pages, and finally found one. And I was like, yes, jumped in, said hello, and what, less than a day, I got hit.
I think I thought I saw it today. I'll just say that. I don't know when you posted that, but he basically posted, "Hey, just want he said I have what did you say? Here, let's see. I'm going to
Oh, I don't
even
even remember.
That's okay. I'm gonna pull it up there's a reason why I'm going this deep because and you're just finding out about what I do, but like I was just showing you the uh that I have events and it's called the Scenic Route to Sales Masterclass. And what I do in that masterclass, and by the way, folks, I'm literally just explaining uh, I'm just now explaining myself to Chris exactly what it is that I do. So what this masterclass means. So basically, what it is and people I've been having it every Tuesday, just being consistent, having it every Tuesday morning, and it's only an hour. And what I go through is the scenic route to sales. That's saying you want to map out your success and go for it. You want to be very clear on how you're connecting, how you're communicating, on who you're looking for, who you want to connect with, and that's what you need to be very specific about when you show up on social media in communities, whether it's local, like Christopher was just talking about. Hey, let's get into local communities. But Christopher, before I even go on, can you explain a little bit more about the decentralized communities that you've been, the decentralized communities? You don't have to like go into full detail, but can you explain to people that may not understand exactly that yet?
Okay, so I'll do my best to give, because Web3 and blockchain are real complex topics. And so when it comes to social media, let's say you're a photographer and you post all your content on Instagram. And so let's say whatever reason, Instagram bans your account, all your content that you used to use to market yourself and post a link to share your work is now gone. Same thing with tweets. Let's say you have so many thousands of millions of followers, you get banned. You lose those tweets, you lose those followers,
Yes.
those connections. The whole thing with decentralized social media is that that doesn't happen. You can think of it as having like a, let's say a bank. Okay.
Hmm.
If the bank closes down and people come to get their money and the bank says we're out of money, then that's it. But if there's more than one copy of the same banks and everybody else can host it, what's called nodes, then everybody can. Oh, I'm already getting a little too complex. But basically, social media is something that can't be, you can't take the information off. It can't be banned. It can't be removed. It's that kind of thing. It's mutable, meaning that once you post something on the blockchain, it stays there forever.
I
And
love
you
that because
actually
it's
have,
receipts.
yes, the receipts, transactions, all the, it's just a big ledger. That's all it is. And then there's a thing called the block explorer. You can see, oh, I bought this NFT and I paid you for it. And then the seller says, no, they didn't. Oh, I can pull up the transaction. Here it is.
Right. And I love that. So basically, everything decentralized. If you don't understand exactly what he's talking about, we're talking about Bitcoin. We're talking about NFTs, if you've heard of that. We're talking about kind of what they call in the SaaS space. I don't know if you know this, but we're talking about a dark social, which I don't know if you've heard of it referred to as that. But it's where real conversations are happening with real people that are actually on the cutting and leading edge, I would say, of technology, design, all of those things. Wouldn't you say that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's where so you're saying, let me make sure I'm understanding. You're saying that you usually hang out. You've been hanging out in those spaces, but recently you are just yesterday because I did actually find it, and so I'm just gonna show it a little
Mhm.
real quick. Um, because yesterday he posted this 19 hours ago. This is in real time. My name is Chris, and I'm a tech entrepreneur here in El Paso, looking to collaborate. Now, listen, if if you're watching this on LinkedIn, you know that I love the tech and the SaaS space, and that I've immersed myself in these communities, and I'm very passionate about that. So here I am, entrepreneurs and small business of El Paso. Yes, of course I'm going to reach out to him if he's saying, "Hey, that's who he is," right? So now here we are having a conversation, and it's blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind, like how many collaborative opportunities that there are for us to be of service in El Paso, in the community that we both decided, hey, because you can. When did you come back? Sounds like you were in San Antonio before.
Yeah, so I left Microsoft or I left San Antonio in was it June, and I came back July back to El Paso.
Okay, so just this past year.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And what made you decide to come back to El Paso?
Well, I was kind of laid off. True
Okay,
story, just 100. I mean, honesty, I just
transparency.
in
Yeah, but
all
hey, you
honesty
know
up
what?
front, I was laid off.
It's happening all over the tech space. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's a bloodbath in tech right now.
But that makes you beg the question. It's like, why are we firing all our engineers and our technicians when they're the ones maintaining and building our product? And it's like those people that have all this knowledge, it's like, well, use that specific knowledge and just go build your own company, build your own product, build your own service with your own information and collaborate with others. If there's something you don't know how to do, outsource and go. There's Fiverr, there's Upwork, there's LinkedIn, there's so many different things that, I mean, we live in an era where it's so easy to succeed, but it's extremely difficult to believe.
Ooh, can you say that again? That was
we
I like that one. That kind of hit. That kind of hit.
we live in an era where it's easy to succeed but difficult to believe. Another one, another one that
Wow, that's deep, man. That's
I got
deep. You know why
uh,
it's difficult to believe?
why is that?
Because this is just in my, what's coming up for me when you say that, but that's powerful. Is because we also live in an era where people are we're people are selling this 10x your results, and give me your money and it's gonna you're gonna people think, okay, the rate of exchange here is give me your money, and all of a sudden your business is just going to blow up. Like, it doesn't ever really work that way. There's always work involved, period. And I think that that's what I've noticed. I see that people are like, oh, you give me your money and I'll 10x your results. You'll be making 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 a month, and people are buying that. But it's like, you can't buy your success, man.
No,
If it
no.
was that simple, everybody would be successful.
But I think also a lot of people don't know what their true passion is. Another saying that I have that's not exactly mine, but I've changed it a bit is earn with your mind, not your time. So meaning that
Ooh.
with your specific knowledge, which you know how to do, use those skill sets to make money rather than rent out your limited time available because you don't know how much time you have. Time is more scarce than Bitcoin. I
Ooh,
mean, come
I know
on.
that's right. It's worth more than gold, ain't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That is fantastic. Well, you guys, I already love Christopher because do you like to go by Chris or Christopher?
Oh, Chris is easier.
Chris, okay. I always like to be respectful because,
Oh, yeah.
again, and just to share with you more about what I do, and I'll do a little bit more when we get off this recording. But
Okay.
because it's my passion, just like you said, it's easier to it's a time where it's easier to succeed but harder to believe. That is so good. And the reason why is because people need, and what I am a master at is helping to help people communicate, to communicate from person to person, because we can be all behind the computer and we can set up all the automations in the world, we can have all the incredible tech, but nothing happens, no impact is really made until a sale is made. And most of the time, especially if you're selling something higher ticket, it's all going to be in the communications. And now we have Chat GPT, we're talking about that, so we have ways to communicate better, and faster, you know and we still you still want to be as involved in the process, pushing things forward, because that is going to make a difference, ultimately. So I'm really excited about what's possible, Chris. Is there anything you want to let the people know? I'm going to share this on YouTube so you can. Once I upload it, I'll send you the link. You can share it too.
All right. So I guess the only thing that I could really that I use myself is spend your time wisely. Spend time alone with no Netflix, no phone or anything. Be bored. Purposely make yourself bored and sick of it because it will force you to find your inner passion. You'll be able to
Ooh.
uncover these problems within yourself that you've been battling that you don't know and you've been putting them off. It takes time. After that, I mean, when you find something, I mean, bust out crayons, do something, your iPad, I mean, draw something, just use a creative outlet. Use anything you can as a creative outlet, and you'll find your passion. Once you find that passion, do anything you can and find and create new skill sets. What I mean by skill sets are learning how to build a WordPress website, learning how, I mean, not necessarily all coding, but learning about how to use Chat GPT, how to edit videos, how to do, I mean, the internet is in your pocket. There's just so much information. People aren't utilizing it to their max potential.
I love it, and I believe we're going to really be able to make a big difference here in El Paso together, bringing this information to the people. I'm so excited I met you, and let's just continue on with our conversation. But in the meantime, where would you like people to find you?
So it's easier to find me. I've never actually had to put my tag, but you could just, my website has my email and everything else, my socials. It's just chriscelaya.xyz, which is my website.
Okay, awesome. And I'll make
Yeah.
sure I'll have that on running on the bottom so that way people can see it. I'll put it there. Okay.
All right.
Awesome. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much. And hey, y'all, get in the game. It's never too late to start, but it's always too late to wait. Get yourself out there and meet some people. Okay. Peace and blessings.